So keep Dearborn clean from the brown people. Keep seeing people walking out. It's like you can't do a 4 o'clock show. I'm so sorry. I'm Jake Paul fans, I'm sorry. How's your voice so loud naturally? Dearborn! Come on! Yeah! Give it up for my friends out here. Paul, Eunice, Rami. And our white friend for diversity. Had to include him. I wanted to accurately reflect the demographics of Dearborn, you know what I mean? So we threw a white guy in there, you know what I mean? I've been touring all around the world this year. I probably did 250 shows so far. Yeah. It feels like I'm home now, really. I feel like you're gonna get everything that I say. Also, you might not have a good time because some of you are Arab as well. And I know how some of the Arab uncles go, like, he was not that funny. Like, So I am receptive to negative feedback, but you can send that to my website, HassanMinhaj.com. We'll get to it tonight, inshallah. I was a math teacher for 6 years, and that was a hard job. I had to quit that. I was like, kids, you're on your own. You know what I mean? Are there any teachers here tonight? Oh, wow, we got a little pocket up there and some. Oh, you were really loud. Amazing. What do you teach?
2nd grade.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the dream. Are they fun? Are they nice?
Oh my God.
You guys laughed before she even finished, so I don't even know what happened. That could have gone either way. She's like, oh my God! You were either about to say, like, they're f***ing crazy, or they're amazing. Which one is it? Same. That's it. There's two sides of the same coin, right? There's good days, there's bad days. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, thank you for your service. Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. What do you teach? Oh, computer apps? Oh, yeah. She's like, you know, the multimedia ones. Like I'm supposed to know. She's like, you know. She's like, you know what a computer is, right? Cool. So that's cool. You just basically put them in front of a screen and then you get to check your Instagram all day, right? That's dope. That's dope. I'm like, how are those computers? She's like, oh my God! That's awesome. These are cool gigs. I mean, math teaching, I think, is one of the hardest because we face a social stigma. People tell our students, so they always tell them, like, oh, you're gonna learn math, you're never gonna use it in the real world. You know, they don't do that with other subjects. They don't do that in 2nd grade. Oh, 2nd grader kids, what are you learning how to read? You're never gonna use that. Computers, what are you gonna do with those? They always do that to us math teachers. It's up, man. And it's up because it's mostly true. It's like 75% true. But really, everything in math does relate to human life. You just have to kind of be a little creative. You know what I mean? Smoke a little weed if you have to. You gotta find the relationship. So for instance, one of my favorite things in mathematics is, it's called the identity property. And everybody in here knows it, maybe not by name. It's when you add a number to 0, you just get the number, right? So 6 plus 0 equals, good, you said 0. Thank you so much. I'm glad. How'd you get to the front row? That's, I know you were joking, but if you meant it, I'm like, that's the sure shot sign that wealth is inherited. You know what I mean? 6 plus 0 is definitely 6, but I appreciate the creativity. 6 times 0, though, 0. Nailed it, right? Okay, good. So you guys are good. Yeah, see, you guys are good. You guys work with Arabic numerals, I see. You're very good with them. You know, half my family's from Lebanon. I love Lebanese. The Lebanese are fun people, man. The Lebanese are fun. The Lebanese love to have a good time, okay? Here's how you know the Lebanese are the party people, okay? Jesus' first miracle, turning water into wine, happened in southern Lebanon. Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. Yeah, that was miracle number 1. Before that, JC was just a regular guy. And then one day he's just walking in the desert with 2 jugs of water, just walking, and his followers are like, hey, Jesus, what's up with that water? He's like, just chill, bro. Relax. Finally, he steps over the Lebanese border, boom, it turns into wine, bottles popping, psh, psh, psh. A DJ comes up from the sand dune like, yalla, 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 yalla. A guy pops out a candle as a strobe light, like, just like full-blown party right there. Like, was it even a miracle or was it just Lebanon? Yeah, I mean. My dad grew up in Beirut. I asked him what he did for fun as a kid. He was a little too honest with me. Yeah, he was like, we would smoke hashish and chase each other in the parking lot. We called it hashtag, like, oh, damn, bruh. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag Baba jokes. Yeah. Keep seeing people walking out. It's like, you can't do a 4 o'clock show? Jesus Christ. Oh, they're going to pray. My bad. That's fair. Look at me. What an asshole. It's the biggest asshole thing ever. I didn't think about that. That's definitely a Dearborn-specific issue. Bro, people kept walking out of my show. Why? They didn't like you? No, they had to get closer with God. You know what I mean? They're faithful people. Yeah. All right. I still got 5 hours left. If anybody needs to go pray, the time is now. We should have worked that out before, like a rotating prayer schedule. So it's like some people go, so I don't have like an empty room. But that's not how I end my shows. I always got to have a portion of the show where I ask the crowd, is there anything I haven't talked about tonight that you'd like for me to talk about? Anything you want. What?
Is it tonight? You gonna talk about it tonight?
Am I going to talk about it tonight? So you want to request something for me to talk about next time? You trying to leave? Bro, we started the show at 4 o'clock. Most comedy shows start at like 8. You guys are going to be in bed earlier than the whole city. What's that? Blinken. I thought he said Lincoln. I was like, he's dead. Yeah, we can talk about Blinken and China and crypto. Let's start with those 3.
I have something.
Okay, sure. Let's start with those 3. Nope. No, you don't. What do you have? What? Love is Blind, Habibi. Haven't watched it yet. Only 3 people were disappointed. The rest of you were like, yeah, it's pretty dumb. But it's good. They, representation, I guess. The winners, did they get married? They did? Yeah. Did you talk to them or something? Yeah, we were there. That's the thing about those Love is Blind. You never actually have like the follow-up where you check in on their marriage. Because like that, it's really just the lead up to their marriage. It's called Love is Blind. And then the rest of their lives is a whole different series, It starts as Love is Blind, ends as Marriage is Hard. Marriage is hard, Habibti.
Are you married?
Am I married? Who's asking? To be honest, right now, my relationship life is kind of like how Dearborn did politics this year. I'm uncommitted. To my spouse. I'm just kidding. It's not. I'm not married. I'm married. Depends on who's asking, I guess. But cool. China. Make some noise, you've been to China. 3 people. What was the best part of going to China? Not the food. Not the food wasn't good? Not a fan? They didn't have baba ganoush? Not enough shawarma joints, you know what I mean? What was the best thing about going to China? The people? Nice people? They're very advanced in technology. Can you give me an example of something that's like common there technologically that you don't have here in the States? They have escalators on their roads? Dude, that's crazy. You guys know about that? Or like you're driving and then you like hit a thing and then you just start going up. Like you have to slow down. And then you always have some idiot going the wrong way. Like running against it. That's savage. Cool. Any other cool trivia I should know about China? Their scooters are all electric. It's quiet in the morning. So they don't have gas-powered leaf blowers going off 24/7 either. That's such a an American thing. You go to other countries, it's just like leaves everywhere. But here it's just like, no, we gotta get rid of the leaves. I really think that's an American thing. It started from like the American settlers. They had to clear up all the foliage because that's where the natives were hiding. It's not safe. They could be under the leaves. Because they're brown. Oh, that's up. You went there. You went there. You went there. I do welcome additions to the joke if they're more racist than I was gonna say. That way we get a laugh at, but it was on you, it wasn't me. I didn't say that. What this city's was? What was this city's motto? Formerly. So keep Dearborn clean? From the brown people? Shut up. Wait, when was that?
The guy this building was named after, Guido, and Hubbard right after.
Guido?
And, sorry.
Was it Guido? Hubbard. Hubbard founded the city of Dearborn?
No, but
He made that slogan. What year was this?
I think it was the 50s.
50s. Holy keep Dearborn. Yeah. No, that's what you just told me. I mean, that's fucking. I like how I said, I'm like, to like get rid of the brown people, and you guys were like, yeah. And then she's like, it meant all white. You're either an Arab person or Hubbard's granddaughter in disguise. It still means keep it all white. We're not giving up. Holy dude. He would have been very disappointed on the outcome. Rest in peace, not so much that guy, huh? He's somewhere under some brown leaves. See, this is fun, we're learning. Oh, he made the mistake of getting Yemeni people? After his whole slogan? What's that? Oh. How's your voice so loud naturally? I realize that, like, usually it's hard to hear the crowd, but like you have like a megaphone. And I notice it because you're saying it, I'm like, maybe don't say it that loud, you know what I mean? Like, he let the Yemenis in because he didn't focus on the black people. Like, what? What the Are you saying his racism was not advanced enough that he knew what Yemenis were? And so this whole time he wanted to get rid of black and brown people, and then somebody's like, can you let some Yemenis in? He's like, that sounds fine. They're from Yemen? They're men, right? They're Yemen. Yemen? Yeah, I like it. So Henry Ford, the Ford guy, made the cars. This building is named after him. Is he from here? He's from Dearborn? He moved to Dearborn when he was a young lad. Back when Dearborn was still clean. Right? Did he do any of his Ford stuff here? So he actually started making Fords here in Dearborn. His house is here in Dearborn. Which I didn't know none of this. Who would have thought? This whole country, and by the way, I love what you guys did this year. You guys seriously put a serious movement on the map in the United States, and all eyes were on you. And naturally, as you know, a lot of people were throwing shade, saying like, oh, Dearborn is not going to determine our election. It's like, this is the home of Henry Ford. I'm just saying, you're driving cars that are indigenous to Dearborn, which is the home of the Browns. Okay? Henry Ford was friends with Hitler. These are all things that I wish I didn't know before starting this conversation. Bro, I'm getting so sabotaged right now by dude, Mossad. What's that? Crypto, yeah, yeah. I like how you say it. Back to crypto. Back to crypto. Crypto. Cryptocurrency. Anybody here on the crypto? Anybody on the crypto? Crypto? Sounds like it's down right now. Is it up? It's up? Oh, that's cool. If I were to invest in crypto right now today, which one would you say I put? Doge? The Department of Government Efficiency? Long-term Bitcoin? You think so? Because it's just been steadily going up. It has its ups and downs. You will have panic attacks. But in the long run, you'll be rich filled with anxiety scars. I can with that. Yeah, I actually don't own any crypto just because I've been scared. I have a lot of friends who put money into crypto and then lost a lot of money, but maybe they just pulled out too early. That wasn't supposed to be funny, but you guys took it there. That was your choice. Okay? That's also the reason I don't have kids, but now it's there. Now it's there. Ford would have liked that joke. What else? Vegan. Yeah. Are there any vegans here? Boo. Wow. This is the anti-vegan city. That's crazy. Was Ford also anti-vegan? There wasn't such a thing back there. You either ate meat or you died. Good point. I believe, and I don't know this great, we use vegetarian, right? Because again, we have all these documentaries on Hitler. Like, was he a pescatarian or an ovo-lacto vegetarian? No, he was a full-on pussy vegan. But he was a vegetarian. Whether kind of vegetarian, he was a vegetarian. So it's, not a great legacy, so. Probably a good, it's like, I eat meat to show that I don't hate. You said human meat? Oh, I don't want to go there. We're too close to Milwaukee. Oh my God. I made a Jeffrey Dahmer joke in Milwaukee. That's the same reaction they made. Oh. Don't talk about our only interesting trivia. I love vegans. Vegans, they don't kill animals, They can kill a vibe, but they don't. My only tofu with the vegans is they now claim plant-based. That's not fair. We're all plant-based mathematically, right? Like if a chicken eats plants, plant-based chicken, right? And if I eat the chicken, I'm now chicken-based, right? But the chicken's based from plants. I'm based from the chicken that's based from plants. Do the math. I'm plant-based, right? I could eat a vegan, still be plant-based. Matter of fact, I would eat a vegan. Probably the healthiest option for human meat. Don't look at me like I'm Dahmer up here. I'm not gonna hunt a vegan. I'm just saying if one were to die, that is good grass-fed meat. If you had grass-fed, some of the best. I'm gonna share it with all my friends. Like, this is good. Is this vegan? Yeah, it's vegan. Oh, like the Impossible Burger? He was very difficult at times. What else? Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson and what? Dating apps. We're going back to the dating game. Okay. Yeah, who watched the Tyson fight? Cool. How much of your life was lost to buffering? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm Jake Paul fans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, we're praying, you dumb yes. Yeah, I didn't watch it because I had a show. I was busy working like a good American. But yeah, no, I heard it was disappointing to a lot of people. But also, it's like, I don't know. It was just interesting to me how many people were so sure that Tyson was going to win. Like, bro is almost 60 now, and he had not been training for a very long time. Even then, it's rigged. Yeah, I like that too. It's all, no, it is. Those things are all designed to take your money. You know, they're designed to take your money, to take other people's money. So, but I put all my money in crypto, so I'm good. Oh, dating apps. You wanted dating apps? Muslim dating apps. Minder? What's left? Salam? What, Muzz. Man, the names just get worse and worse. I remember back when it was like Minder, wasn't there one called Salam? And then now it's just Muzz. Like, bro, was the others copyrighted or something? All right, make some noise if you're on that Muzz. Well, shit, I'm gonna get on it now, dude. Not a lot of competition I can see, or people who don't want to admit it. I already have a dating app. It's my parents. They're always like, we know some family friends. But yeah, no, Muslim dating apps, I mean, how's that work? So it's like, you put a bio, it's normal, you're both Muslim, you go on a nice halal date. Right? You go mini golf, you pray first. And then you go out, you're like, let's eat food and have non-alcoholic drinks, bond, and end abruptly at 9 p.m. with minimal touching, but like a little bit of eye contact at the end. Like, and then you do that 3 or 4 times, then you call the parents, set up the wedding. Right? Wouldn't that be cool if on the app, like, your parents were connected to it? So like they're in the chat also? Yes, your daughter is beautiful, but what is education? Therapy? Who here is in therapy? Literally the whole front row. It was like literally the whole front row and then like a pocket of people back there. Or are you guys like all in like a therapy retreat or something? You're like, we all go together. It's group therapy. That's awesome. That's good. No, I like. Oh, dude, just dropping like flies, dude. I literally made the show as early as possible so that you could get the most. Intermission next time. It's because it's hard sitting, right? I get it. No, I get it. No. We'll do an intermission next time in the middle of my set. I'll be like, that was a good. Okay, come back in 10 minutes. Everybody go to the bathroom. Okay, that's what it is. People are holding their bladders. Well, I don't know. We started late because we wanted the Lions. Congratulations on the Lions winning if you give a shit about that. So therapy, I don't go because I do this, so I get to complain to a lot of people. But I like when people go to therapy. I think it's, they do the inner work. But then I like people who don't go to therapy to come to my shows so they can feel like they got more value, you know? People who do the inner work before they come to my show, they're like, this is good, but I don't need it. All right, one more thing. Middle school education system and what? Men with contacts? I feel personally attacked. Men with what? Podcasts. Oh, I feel even more personally attacked. I thought you were talking about contacts. Like, bitch, we can't see. What are we supposed to do? And they're like, no, the ones with podcasts. Like, what am I supposed to do? Trying to make a career. I mean, women have podcasts too. What, a man can't have a podcast anymore? Whoa, jeez. God damn. So it's like, but like, okay, let's say we got 1 billion, well, let's say we made male podcasts illegal, and then we got 1 billion women to do podcasts. Would I be allowed to do it then? Oh, thank you. Yay! Mender's like, yay! Yeah, as long as we have 1 billion women doing it before you. Well, fine, then I'm transgender then. Don't like write me up about that, please. I mean, there's too many people. I consider myself a friend of all people, respectfully. The other night in Chicago, I was like, hey, what do you guys want to talk about? And somebody was like, UAPs. You know what UAPs are? It's the new term for UFO. And I didn't know that, so I was like, oh, that's like the new PC term now. We used to call them unidentified flying objects, and now they're called unidentified aerial phenomenon. And so I was just like, oh, that's what the UAPs want to be called now. They're like, I don't identify as a flying object. I identify as aerial phenomenon. But I still identify as unidentified. And it was really funny in the moment. You had to be there. But I got a bunch of messages after saying like, oh, you're mocking trans people. Like, no, I'm not. I'm merely making a very easily, readily available joke right there based on identified and not identified. Like, nobody has the claim on identity politics, okay? Everyone gets to do identity politics. And you know why I could say that? Because the identity property, add number to 0, you get the number. Good. That was just me venting, and I'm gonna do that later on my podcast. So if you want, yeah, thank you. If you want more, because I haven't come up with a name for my podcast. I've been doing it unnamed. I have one called Friday Night Semites, but my own one, I don't actually have a name for it. So yeah, it's called Friday Night Semites. Somebody, like one woman recently at my show, she's like, how's your podcast, Friday Night Anti-Semites? I'm like, that's not what it's called. That's Henry Ford's podcast, but my podcast doesn't have a name, so I think it's gonna be Not Another Male Podcast. And then I'm not even gonna be on it. It's just gonna be a bunch of women, but then there's gonna be a photo picture of me on the table, so I'm there in spirit. And we're gonna have JD Vance on the first episode. Yeah, yes, womansplaining, I love it. So is that, and then what was there was a request for the middle school system, what'd you say about it? Middle school education system in America as a whole? It's crazy, isn't it? Where I grew up, middle school was 7th and 8th grade, right? In some places, it's also 6th grade, am I right? Yeah, so like, what's the deal with that? Like, make up your mind. Is it 6, 7, 8, or is it just 7, 8? It's confusing for a lot of people. I remember I met people like, I did 3 years in middle school. I'm like, you're dumb, huh? I'm like, no, I did 6, 7, 8, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Are there any middle school teachers? It's 5th to 8 here too? Holy shit, you guys got too much middle. This is why the middle class is shrinking. They keep giving it to the students. At least some people like this. A lot of people are just like, you know what would be better than this? Praying. Some of them are leaving like, I'm praying to have a funnier comedy show next time in my... Anything last? I feel like I need one more. Work-life balance and P. Diddy. Wow. Those two could not be further from comparable. Speaking of work-life balance, P. Diddy, that guy... P. Diddy is an example of a guy who didn't do a lot of work. Because his music sucked. Like, his music sucked. I mean, obviously, he was like a producer and he owned business person, but like his talent was not there. He was not putting in the work. But it's because he had such a life, you know, that we didn't know about. Diddy, they call him the diddler now. You know what's crazy is, I'm sure a lot of you grew up back when he was Puff Daddy. Remember those days when he was Puff Daddy? He seemed so much softer then, you know? He seemed like he's seen a gun, but he hadn't touched it. You know what I mean? And then one day he changed his name to Diddy, and everybody was like, what the f***? Like, nobody knew why he did that, because Diddy is like such a random, like, nobody knows, like, it's not even a slang word. Nobody's like, what's up, my Diddy? You know what I mean? So he just changed it abruptly, and like, everybody had the same question. We're like, why Diddy? Like, was there like a riddle? Like, why Diddy? Why Diddy? Why Diddy? I finally figured it out. It's because he wanted to be the baddest boy of all time, right? He wanted to do the most evil shit. Like, because we know celebrities who've done horrible shit been canceled for it, but he's like, I want to do all that shit. Right? Because when you look at what he did, he R. Kelly'd, Epstein, and Cosby. Like, he did the whole, yeah, he did the craziest combinations. But it's just it's this rich, powerful man with a podcast mentality. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, I got everything in the world. I can do whatever I want. Should I, A, sell drugs even though I don't need them? B, money launder for funsies? C, start randomly slipping things into people's drinks, even my guy friends? D, videotape it all for the memories? Or E, all of the above? And he did E. He did E. All right, I got him back with a Diddy joke. You know what that's called? It's called work-life balance, all right? Do we have a good time tonight, Dearborn? I love y'all. This is my first time performing in Dearborn. I will come back and we'll have intermissions next time. And we'll have group prayer. Yes. Oh. So next time we won't have a traditional comedy MC. We'll have an imam who will come up. We'll get the guy who endorsed Trump. That guy's funny. He got deported? Oh, if he's not deported. If he's not. That's funny. And a white guy said it too. It's funny. He's like, don't worry, I'm on it. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't want Hillary to be president, not because she's a woman at all, but because, and I'm going to open up to you guys, because she's a Scorpio. And as an Aquarius, I find them very overbearing. Okay? Any Scorpios here tonight? You're great people, great friends. I just don't want to give you my power. That's all. You know what I mean? This guy's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But that's how I vote. I like to make sure I'm zodiac compatible with my president. It's no better than how any other American votes. Believe me. It's probably better. But that's how I go my intuition, you know? Like Bill Clinton, Obama, they're Leos. That's stable for me, you know? They're great dancers, life of the party, great hair. Like if Obama grew out his hair, we'd probably re-elect him. Ronald Reagan, not a fan of his policy, but he was an Aquarius. I respected he was creative, artistic, Star Wars, Reaganomics. That's some creative thought right there. Only an Aquarian would think of that. Take naps in the office, that's the artist lifestyle I can relate to. How about this? You guys give me the zodiac sign, I'll tell you the president that matches it. Gemini, JFK. Everybody loved him, but he had a secret life. That's the two sides of the Gemini. Ask not what your country can do for you, because I'm over here banging Marilyn Monroe right now, right? Let's keep this on the DL. Libra, Jimmy Carter. Oh, love that guy. Humanitarian, very fair, tough time making decisions. He installed solar panels in the White House, then Reagan came out, ripped him out, just to be a dick. Because we get a little moody, you know what I mean? Aries, Thomas Jefferson, sexually motivated. Yeah. Manifest destiny, that's a horny man's concept right there. The whole country. Ooh. Capricorn, Nixon, scandalous. Has some secrets, sweats under pressure. Sagittarius, Martin Van Buren. Check out those sideburns. Those trend-setting sideburns. It took about 200 years for them to catch on. But that's a Sagittarian. They're way ahead of their time in fashion. Cancer, George W. Bush. Some people love him, some people hate him. But like a Cancer, he found his way into the White House. He found his way into Iraq. He goes by his gut, gets a little crabby sometimes. He's a Cancer. What's next? Virgo. Pisces, George Washington. All about that money, dollar bills, y'all, okay? He was the richest president of all time, and that factors in current inflation as well. And he led us across the Potomac River because they're fishes, they're good with water. Yeah. Our first president was a fish. Taurus, Harry Truman, stubborn, thick-skinned, made the decision to drop the bomb. Other Taurus rulers include Saddam Hussein and Hitler. Let's be careful on that one as well. Keep an eye out for the bull. I think there's one more left. We did Leo, we did Capricorn. The last one is Virgo, and this is my favorite one. Only one Virgo president in history. Every other sign has multiple presidents. Virgo only has one president in history, and that was LBJ, who only became president because of an assassination. Virgos don't like the limelight. That is the only way to get a Virgo to be president. You make them vice president, you kill the president. Don't quote me on that. And that is the Zodiac Wheel of Presidents. Thank you so much.
My name is Sammy, but you can also call me Ricardo. That's my name in Spanish class. I still respond to it. If you're like Sammy, I'm like yes. Or like Ricardo, I'm like si. Either way. I'm Sammy in the streets, Ricardo in the calles, motherfucker. Come on now. Thank you so much. I can show you why vodka is good for you. There's like 100 proofs. Boom, everybody, come on. Not as hot as the first one. I've done every drug. The only drug I haven't tried is, she got it. She laughed at the right time. I know some of you are laughing because, oh, she's not laughing with you, she's laughing at you. No, she laughed at the right time. I commented that it didn't work. She noticed that I tried and that I acknowledged the failure, and she enjoyed that, so she laughed. And you laughed at her when really you should be laughing at me, mother! There's Ricardo! Thank you so much. As I was saying, I've done most drugs. The only drug I haven't tried is heroin, but I have had a poppy seed bagel. And let me tell you, if heroin is like a poppy seed bagel, toasted with a little bit of cream cheese, I'm all in, okay?
All right, this is about the time that I went to a traditional Turkish hammam. So, I was on vacation in Turkey and a little bit bored, so I was trying to figure out what to do. I look at the guidebook and it says you must go take a bath at a Turkish bathhouse. So I look them up and I decide to go to the most traditional one. Now, traditional means no girls allowed, boys only. So I go in there, and this is very traditional. They don't even speak English. They take my money, not sure how much it was, pretty sure I overpaid. They hand me a basket, they point at my clothes, they point at the basket. I know what this means, I'm a pro. This means take your clothes off, put them in the basket. I do exactly what they want, then they tell me to go through a couple doors. I go in, the room is empty, but it's beautiful, it's all marble. Slabs of marble everywhere. I'm improvising here, I just lay down on the marble. 5 minutes goes by, nothing. 10 minutes goes by, finally a man comes in. I go, this is the guy who's gonna bathe me. He looks me up and down, grabs me by the chest hair, and goes, "Hmm." He doesn't like what he sees. He leaves. I'm there by myself to think about what I've done. 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes he comes back. He grabs my chest hair, and this time he's excited. He likes it, I'm ready. Now, the bathing begins. Now, I don't know what kind of bathing this is, but he turns me over, pushes the small of my back, and lifts my leg up super hard. I've never bent this way before, and I start screaming. Except, when I start screaming, he starts screaming. So now we're two men screaming in this Turkish bathhouse, just After this is over, he guides me to a fountain and just pushes me into the fountain. I fall down, I'm sitting there, and he pulls out a spout and starts spraying me. But not like wet hot American summer. This is like intense. The water is alternating hot and cold, but not alternating. It's going hot, cold, hot, cold, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So you don't know what to expect. He's broken me psychologically. He takes a bar of soap, rubs my face with it, grabs me by the hair, takes a rag, and just starts scrubbing my face like my face is a dish. At this point, I'm destroyed completely, physically, and mentally. I'm his, he can do whatever he wants with me. He takes me into another room, sits me down on a chair, and towels me down, looks me into the face, and I go, he's gonna spit in my mouth, he's gonna punch me, he's gonna kick me in the balls, do whatever you're gonna do. He looks me in the face and he begins to sing with the most beautiful, angelic voice. He must be a trained singer, and his voice is echoing off the marble walls, and the lyrics are in Turkish, but they sound beautiful. And I looked up the lyrics to that song later, and it's all about rebirth. And I truly believe that I was reborn that day.
I gave him the bath, guys.
This is my bather. Sammy Obeid.
Oh, no. Put the gun down. Your fist came for its own agenda, I'll tell you that much. Make sure you get him on the camera. This is going to be good content. That technically makes me part of the neurodivergent community. Any neurodivergent people here? Okay, awesome. Hell yeah. And it's awesome that we thought there's like finally a term for us. Neurodivergent just means our brains are different. And it's really awesome that we get representation now. Like in my government, like a lot of neurodivergent people, you know, like President Elon's on the spectrum, you know what I mean? You know, Trump's got something going on with him. I don't know what that is. And then we have RFK Jr. He's got brainworms. He's in charge of our health. That's really cool, man. RFK Jr., he actually says some interesting things. Like, he says things like, oh, you know, we'll look at the fast food industry and watch what we eat. I'm like, that's actually really cool. Like, why are we hearing it from the guy with brainworms? I'm just wondering, did it take brainworms for society to hear the right thing about health finally? What? Habibi. Neurodivergent. It's all around us, baby. Yeah. Whoa. That was a little fierce, man. You good? All right. Habibi, I'm here. Yeah, where are you from, dude? Where are you from? Okay. Bang, bang. All right. Yeah, if you do one more bang, bang, you out, motherfucker. I'll tell you that much, dude. Don't be doing that bang, bang, boy. Don't be doing that bang, bang. No. You don't be doing no bang, bang in public space like that, brother. I don't give a shit. You're the motherfucker that all the racist-ass Brits are like, they're taking over. You better stop that shit, bro. You need to cool it with that shit. Right? All right. I ain't, no. One more bang, bang, I go bye-bye, okay? You need to chill it with that shit. I don't know what kind of meth they're serving out here in England, but... I mean, hook me up with some of it after the show, but not right now, bro. I'm trying to focus. I was doing a joke about RFK. Don't fuck it up, dude. And I was asking my friend why my friend hates RFK Jr., and he was like, well, he's very hard to listen to. He sounds like a didgeridoo. And I was like, that's fucked up, also accurate. It sucks with RFK because if you only knew the basics about the Kennedy family and you watched RFK Jr., you'd be like, oh, he was the one who got shot in the head. You know what I mean? So... Right? Bang, bang, motherfucker, right? Come on now, come on! Bang, bang. Yep, let me finish the jokes. All right. I grew up in a predominantly South Asian city, Fremont, California. People know us around the world, okay? And I was basically raised by South Asian people. I was like the Jungle Book, but for South Asian people, they raised me like Mowgli. And me and a bunch of my South Asian friends, we're actually doing big things. We're opening up a South Asian restaurant in Fremont, California. And it's, we serve very small portions, okay? But they're all laced with CBD, okay? It's called micro dosa. And thank you. South Asian people, that was for you, okay? Yeah, so I studied mathematics. That's why I do stand-up comedy now. Does anybody here like math, just so I know? Okay, that's a pretty good portion. So people who like math do come to my shows to see math jokes, but I can't do too many because other people will leave. So I have to cap it at like 3 math jokes per show. But if you're nice, I do 3.14. That's a generosity. Okay? So I decided I have to do math jokes for my math fans, but I can't do too many. So I decided this year I'm just going to do like very high-level math jokes to satisfy that group of people, and then we can move on very quickly. So this year I'm doing only calculus jokes. Only calculus jokes. Any fans of calculus here? Okay. The pool is getting smaller. It's a smaller set within a set. Okay. So if you don't do calculus already, I highly recommend that you integrate it into your life immediately. Okay, you can differentiate between who's laughing and who's not. Okay, going off on a tangent here, but the point is, I love calculus. There's no limit to that, okay? All right. Oh, I found your limit. All right, listen. I almost got stabbed in Glasgow and did better at these jokes, okay? Oh, no, no. No, 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 please. That's right. Your fist came for its own agenda, I'll tell you that much. I think some of them have a shred of the sentiment that you have, but the vigor, they lack it. Anyways, so that's your leader, by the way. Honestly, honestly, I would kill for all of you to have that energy, but with laughter. You know what I'm saying? Like cross-multiply him by all of you, that's the ideal crowd right there. Oh, Habibi, the more you pound that thing, I'm going to delay it longer. Please, do not. You're making me very uncomfortable, okay? All right, you need to relax, okay? Aggression, it's a Zionist thing. We don't do that, all right? We don't fucking do that. We don't do that, okay? Now, if you followed me last year, you would know that I was talking exclusively about Palestine. I felt it was necessary for the entire year with what was going on in Gaza, and, you know, I couldn't even write a math joke last year. I know you're like, oh, we should have came last year. Well, too fucking late. You fucked up, you discovered me too late. Last year, my whole entire set was about Palestine. I could not even hear or see anything other than Palestine or Gaza. You know, you could say that I had tunnel vision, fine. But you have to understand, okay, that obviously things are very difficult now, and I'm going to be talking about it in just a moment, but you have to understand, as a comedian of doing this for 18 years, Palestine is one of many things that I talk about, and as a Palestinian, I want the right to a normal fucking life too, okay? So you have to understand, it's enough that Israel has occupied actual Palestine. They don't need to be occupying my mind. However, I will be speaking the truth at every event that I do, and I will be speaking about Palestine until Palestine is free. Okay? That's period. All right? Talking about Israel-Palestine in Great Britain is a little tough because I know it's a very divisive issue here. So I'm just letting you know my intention is to solve everything. I see myself as a private detective, and I'm getting really close. Basically, I realized this whole situation, Israel-Palestine, it turns out to be a whole mix-up. Somebody back in the day, I guess, promised the Palestinian land to an entire other group of people. And once I find out which country did that, that joke is sponsored by Lord Balfour. All right. So if you have any leads on that, just let me know. Or if you're from Leeds, let me know. I wrote that joke in 1917. It's more of a declaration, actually. What time is it? Somebody tell me what time it is. 9:45? Okay, listen. Listen, my friend. Is that the only sentence you know? Oh, no. Put the gun down. Put the gun down, dude. Put the gun down. Make sure you get him on the camera. This is going to be good content. Good content. Not good for our cause, though, brother, but good content. Listen, I only have about 2 hours left, but I'll do this. Is there anything that I haven't talked about tonight that you guys would like for me to talk about? Not you. Yeah. What's that? More math? Oh, I can do that. I'll, relax, you. Whoa. We're about to have Brexit Part 2. Jeez. People are about to Brexit this room. So what I'll do is I'll do the math joke last so people don't leave. But I'll get you a nice solid math. I'll get you a nice high-level math. Yeah, you listen. That's good. Look at that. I underestimated you, sir. You're seriously going to be like there's going to be like, how people have like the angel and devil on their shoulder? When I'm doing like an important gig, and like one of me is like, follow the rules, do the cat jokes, and then you're on the other shoulder, do the anti-Israeli jokes! You would have been a great Supreme Court judge because you'd be like, bang, bang, you know. Order in the court. You want a cat joke? Okay. My cat, unfortunately, is homophobic. I found out recently because we get close. He comes, sits on my lap. I pet him. It's very intimate. And then when I go in for the kiss, he's like, nah, bro, that's gay. Every single time. Whenever I do kids' parties, I tell cat jokes. Like, how does a cat like his steak cooked? Rare. And he's like, how do you make that joke anti-Israeli? I'm like, because in Gaza, the cats can't eat steak! All right, what else?
Sammy Obeid.
Yeah, that's me, baby. You already know, baby. You already know. I'm not an Abu though. I'm an uncle. You know what I mean? I'm Amu Obeid. That's a joke for 5 people. Whatever. What else?
Good intentions.
Was that
Good intentions.
good intentions? I like that. Just in general, or is that like a movie? Don't tell me there's like a TV series called Good Intentions. Is there? No? Just like Good Intentions? Because I have good intentions. I don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I was about to reference Aragon's guy. I was like, I think he had good intentions, but he left. I like it. No, and then what would you say up there? Bumble. Oh, Bumble. You want like my profile URL? and then okay, sure. And then what? Yes, please. Yes, please. He's like, yes. Give me. All right, sure, dude. Bumble stories. What's that? A worst date story? Last year I had to break up with a girl because she was seeing someone else, and she started seeing this guy who turned out to be her cousin. That was really cool. But that was very embarrassing because people would be like, why'd you guys break up? I was like, she had to get in touch with her family. What else? And what about happiness? Peace and happiness. Is there a chance of peace and happiness? In the world? Wow. I'm so honored. May I ask where you're from, sir? You're from London. Born and raised? Okay, Africa. Sorry, I'm just trying to filter out the immigrants here. That's all, sir. What part of Africa are you from? What part of Africa are you from? Tanzania. Okay. Well, I felt the wisdom on you. I could feel you're like a wise person. So I just want to say it's an honor to feel a wise person who's probably lived a very interesting life to ask me, is there a chance of peace and happiness in the world? Asking a f***ing clown if there's a chance of peace and happiness. What an honor. What an honor. And you know what, sir? I'm glad you asked me because I think there is a chance of peace and happiness. I think there is a chance of peace. I really do. I really do. Sometimes you have to create it yourself. How do you expect peace to break out in the world if you can't create it within your own household? So I create peace in my household by not talking to people. Okay? And I create happiness by doing things I enjoy, like going for long walks by myself. So yes, I absolutely believe I believe there's 100% chance of happiness and peace, and I believe that it's already happening right now inside. If you just create it within yourself, it will spread. Okay, so that's all I'm trying to do is create happiness and peace, and hope that it spreads. What ways can you do to bring up peace and happiness aside from the ones that I just gave? Okay, listen. In other words, your answer was. Well, I'll tell you what. Obviously happiness, it's relative for everybody, but like if you be enjoyable to the people around you, they're going to be happy, right? Ways you can create peace is being peace. You just have to emanate peace, And I do that by keeping my mouth shut. When I'm not on stage, obviously, because people get very upset when I do that when I'm on stage. But just be it. Be happy, be peace. And you create happy peace. That's it. Be it. You're doing it right now. You're doing a great job right now. You're killing it. You're killing it. You're very peaceful. You're a very peaceful person, and you're making me happy. He's still looking at me like, what the fuck is your problem? He's like, I used to be a teacher. Any teachers here? Awesome. 3? That's awesome, dude. How does teaching pay here in the UK? Pretty solid? Yeah, awesome, cool. I think that's a global thing around the world. The people who teach our kids to be better people, don't pay them much. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they really want to teach the kids. Teachers, what do you teach? History. That's got to be tough in Great Britain, huh? Teaching history in Britain, 101. And then we colonized them, and then we colonized them, and then we colonized them. Then they hated us, then they hated us, then they rebelled. We pulled out of there, and let America do the rest. You abolished slavery first, right? Oh, yeah, Britain loves to remind you that. We abolished slavery first. Yeah, you also started it first, motherfucker. Like, where do you start the clock? Royal family? Okay, I could talk about what's the latest with them? What's the latest gossip? Come on, you're not. I know one person here is following some doesn't want to admit it. What do I think of Harry and Meghan Markle? Aren't they kind of like breaking away from the family, like distancing themselves from the family, right? Hasn't been their whole thing? But does anybody like them? I just heard half yes and half no, so that's a mix. Well, I don't know enough about them to really make a statement on whether I like them or not, but I probably like them more than the rest of the family. Which one's the molester again? Henry? Andrew, sorry. Andrew's the molester, and then Charles is king. Kind of. What's that? Ooh, colonized. Sorry, guys. You guys are going through it. I was doing shows yesterday and asked, I'm like, what are the problems you have here in the UK? And people are like, the price of pints are very high. You guys have it too good. And what? Eggs too? Yeah, we're going through that too back home. We have a lot more in common. Well, you're technically our father, so. Do I like who? Hollywood films. Are there any other ones? If I can. There's Bollywood. Oh, he's back. Oh, shit. He's back. Where'd you go, man? Oh, God. Broken record, man. Broken. Well, no, I mean, you're very determined. Yeah. There's not always someone shouting at my shows, actually. The 5 p.m. show is very peaceful. Okay, so that's another answer. If you want more peace, come to my 5 p.m. show. Arab dads. They basically get trampled. They let the whole family walk over them. You know, my dad's Arab. I think he raised me and my sister pretty well. He was always very fun, very funny guy. You know, he would, Wow, dude. Really? You're completing the mission right now? Are you serious, man? Oh, I get it. You're together. What the dude? He's like, we gotta take back our license. Try with a suitcase now! You're good. You're excused, man. Don't worry. We won't look at you. So, dude. Take a bow, sensei. Give me another one. Keir Starmer and Jeffrey Epstein. Probably we're on the same island at some point. The Jeffrey Epstein files that Trump kept saying he was going to release them, the Jeffrey Epstein files. They missed an opportunity. They should have called them the pedophiles. I don't know why they missed that opportunity to do that. Epstein, I didn't know him personally. allegedly hung himself, but they don't have eyewitnesses and they didn't give any evidence of it. So he's probably hanging out with Prince Andrew somewhere, to be honest. They're probably like just kicking back. It is Prince Andrew, right? Yeah. Prince Andrew, correct. Cool, just want to make sure I'm doing the right reference. Keir Starmer, on the other hand, sucks. I don't know anything about them, but they're part of the Labour Party, and
Keir Starmer's wife or her whole family are illegal human beings. They have Israeli passports. Keir Starmer's wife is an illegal human being.
okay.
Keir Starmer's wife
Are we?
teaches her children to child traffic.
Okay.
The synagogue of Satan.
Oh my God!
Revelation 3:9.
Holy. Whoa! Fuck who, buddy?
Revelation 3:9.
Dude, stop the f***ing air gun thing, dude. Seriously, chill the fuck out with that, dude. But thanks for the information on Keir Starmer, because I do find it very interesting.
Tommy Robinson is their dad. Their mama is Keir Starmer.
Okay. You're getting this, right? This is, oh, the camera's... Yes. You'll find me a wife. What am I looking for? Somebody who's peaceful and happy. All right. Thank you guys so much, London. I'll see you next time. Bang, bang!
We need, next time you come to London, we need more anti-Israeli jokes.
Okay, but I need you to stop drinking as a Muslim, brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm here for no anti-Israeli jokes. I'm not here for no counselling. Look, I'm here to support the program. You get me?
Okay, 12 step. What's good?
The 51st date, as in this one?
Whoever gives me my guns.
Whoever gives me my guns. I like it. You can't steal this land that we already stole, yeah? Yeah, what's his last name? Polyamorous, huh? Yeah. Is that the correct pronunciation? I don't know if we need you guys anymore. I think that... but I still have time left. So what do you guys want to talk about? Tariffs? Oh shit, that's what's on your mind. The whole time you're like, when's he gonna talk about the tariffs? When? Sure, I'll talk about, okay. What are you, Trump? What's that? Sure, let's bring him back. Holy shit. I should have asked at the beginning, because I was like way off on you guys. I was like, oh, they're probably going to talk about like, you know, what's going on in the world. They're like, no, O.J. Simpson. And all of us are importers, exporters. Talk about tariffs now. I have a trade contract with China. Didn't know this was a full-on economics crowd. I will say it's a silver lining to the Trump presidency is that all of my friends like are now very aware of what government does. Like all last year, my friends were like, let's get brunch, you know, and now they're like, the government has 3 branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. There are 27 amendments in the Constitution. And it's all, everybody learned what a tariff was this year. It's awesome. Yeah. Tariff is just a nice way to say tax without saying tax. It's like the Netflix and chill of taxing. So what do you want to do? Come back to my house? Let's tariff. Another word for tariff is, it's also called duty, right? That's why when you go to the airport, you get things duty free. So you can also say it's tariff free, you know? It's also called customs. It's crazy because whenever you go to another country, you have to go through customs, right? And they say, are you going to declare some stuff? And you always lie and say no. And you bring like $100,000 of gold in your backpack and say, I do not declare anything. Because if you did declare it, you'd have to pay customs, which is a tariff. And obviously Trump loves tariffs because I think his base just doesn't want to look up the word. Because the essence of being a conservative is wanting lower taxes. So you wouldn't want a tariff because the deception is that a tariff is placed on another country or people in another country, when that's not the case because the tariff is placed on the process and whoever's involved in the process ends up absorbing that cost at some point in the chain. So that's why tariffs can be very flimsy, because often you can impose a tariff and then the country can retaliate with their own policy, or someone's going to raise their prices and change things. They're very flimsy, you know?
That's why tariffs they're like hairs. They tear if you pull them. You know what I'm saying? That joke's gonna kill for children. Okay, it's my children's economics class. I believe the discussion is 25% tariffs on some of your product. 25%. Does anybody know the actual conversion rate for Canadian to US?
1.45.
Oh, dude, total economics crowd. Like 1.1475 seconds. It's irrational, like pi. It's pi minus 2. 1.1415. Whatever. God, I'm killing in my own head right now. So 1.14, interesting, okay.
1.4.
Oh, 1.4. Oh, you guys are dude. Oh, man. No wonder my joke didn't make sense. I thought you guys said 1.14. See, now the pi joke's funny, right? So 1.14, and then you would impose a tariff on something. So yeah, if you sorry. I'm still living in 2 minutes ago. I'm trying to have hope for you guys. Yeah, you have to believe the exchange rate is going down. You do. You have to believe. When was the last time that we were dollar for dollar? 2008? That was a great year. Great year economically. Wow. Where do we go from here? Apparently.
China.
What's that?
Section 35 of the Canadian Constitution.
Section 35 of the Canadian Constitution says what?
What does it say?
Oh, what does it say? You're asking me? Yeah. Yes, smart m***. What do you What is the 35th Amendment or 35th? Section 35. What does Section 35 of the Canadian Constitution say? Quick. What is that?
Aboriginal and treaty rights.
Aboriginal and treaty rights. Let's go. What rights are those, though?
Métis, Inuit, and First Nations.
What's that?
Métis, Inuit, and First Nations.
What do they get? What rights?
That's a good question.
We don't know. Is that where it stops? Is that where it stops? Is that what the 35 Section 35 is? Indigenous people are really cool. Are we gonna give them anything?
No.
Section 36. You know, like Canadians, man. Canadians, cool. What's that?
51st state.
The 51st state, as in this one? Is there anyone here that's pro?
No.
Pro merger? You can't steal stolen land? So you're like, we want to keep our own stolen land? Is that the mentality? Yeah, that's right. You can't steal this land that we already stole. Yeah? If you don't believe me, check Section 35 of the Canadian Constitution. I love Canada because you guys aren't good at solving problems, but you're great at acknowledging them. You are literally the queen of acknowledgement. That's why you need a Canadian friend. You know what I mean? If you can't swim and you fall into the ocean, you're like, help! They're like, you're drowning. I would like to acknowledge that you're drowning in stolen water that belongs to the Inuit tribes. I would save you, but I'm not going to save you out of stolen water.
China's AI that made America lose $1 trillion.
DeepSeek. I did a DeepSeek joke earlier tonight. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, so... What's that?
They banned all our guns.
They banned all your guns?
Yeah, we have no guns.
A while ago, right?
Yeah, 22s, because they're dangerous.
When did they ban the 22s?
In December, I think.
Oh, in December? Oh, fresh.
They surprised us.
Oh, they surprised you. Surprise! We're taking the last guns you have. Can you still get a permit to get some kind of firearms?
Yeah, hunters.
But it's what? It's what?
You have to be a hunter.
You have to be a hunter. Yeah, but what if you're hunting people? Does that not count? It's like, I'm a person hunter. I'm a people person. But I like to hunt. I like to hunt people.
Yeah, that's only cops.
So cops. Okay, so cops are the people hunting. So what actually takes longer, getting like a hunter's license or becoming a cop? Because I bet we could all go through training tonight, become cops. And I'll come out with AR-15s or whatever your officers use. They probably use 22s. Damn, they took your guns, huh? Did you used to have a 22?
I got lots of them. I can't shoot my rabbits anymore.
You can't shoot your rabbits anymore? Well, you don't have a permit?
I'm on a blueberry farm. I need to.
You're on a blueberry farm and you shoot the rabbits. The rabbits are basically invaders.
Yeah, rabbits, coyotes, all the different pests. I can't shoot them now.
Hey, so we have a suggestion from a nice Canadian here. I'll help you out. She says, do you have a baton? Because maybe you can whack the rabbits in the head. Have you thought about that? You inhumane rabbit murderer! Just give them brain damage! Thank you. Whack the rabbit in the head and be like, I acknowledge that you have brain damage now. I acknowledge this brain damage. From what? Neurodivergent bunnies, yeah. There's been a whole recent epidemic of neurodivergent bunnies coming from the blueberry farm. It just cuts to you whacking bunnies with the head. Ever since they took my 22s, I've been whacking rabbits all day. Man, you guys have it tough out here. Like, you sure you don't want to join the United States? Like, we can help you out. We could change that whole conversion problem. You could have all the guns you want. Merge with the blue states? Washington, Oregon, California. You would join forces with us? Cool, because well, you know, the rest of the country doesn't want us either, so we would just all be a coast. West Side? Okay, West Side, yeah, just change our name to West Side. Our weapon is a baton. Seriously, you guys don't want to be connected to Alberta? No? You guys don't have friends in Alberta? You're like, you don't want them. She's like, I do, but I don't like them. But Trudeau, you know, he's stepping down, right? What does that mean? Does that mean PL gonna take over? You mean PL? Who's gonna take it? Carney? Mark Carney?
Whoever gives me my guns.
Whoever gives me my guns. I like it. Single issue voter right here. I like it. I like it. Love it. What's Kearney's deal? Banker? Nice. Then maybe they will restore your economy. So they're probably not too liked, right? No? Kearney? Yeah? Yeah? Like more than Trudeau. So it goes Carney, Trudeau, Pierre. Is that the correct pronunciation? You call him Pee-Pee?
Yeah, pee-pee.
You call him Lil Pee-Pee. Wow, the nation of maturity. You know what? I don't know if we need you guys anymore. I think that, wow.
It's his initials.
Lil Pee-Pee. Oh, Pierre, what's his last name?
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous, huh?
No.
Yeah. I'm Pierre Polyamory. I have multiple partners in Parliament.
No, he does.
It means rabbit hair.
Does it really?
Lièvre.
Lièvre, his last name?
Lièvre.
Polyèvre. It means rabbit hair? This guy's triggered. Sorry, man. Polyèvre. He's like, I've been trying to shoot the polyèvre. There's polyèvre all over my blueberries. I'm a blueberry importer. Now I'm importing polyèvre every day. Break out the batons, quick. Pop, 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 pop. Who would have thought you guys came to a show promoting violence to rabbits? Shame. Everybody's clapping too. That's like, whether it's batons or guns, we all agree Palestine will be liberated one way or the other. By any means necessary. Hey, thank you so much, Vancouver. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.
I really have to explain the joke? Somebody look it up. Okay, whoa, buddy. What the fuck did you expect? I always like to have a portion of my show where I ask the crowd, is there anything that I haven't talked about tonight that you'd like for me to talk about? Yes. The great replacement theory. You're gonna have to explain this to me a little bit, just because I've heard about it a few times and I don't know if I fully understand what it means in the broad sense. Because if you're talking about it here, I've heard about it in the United States. Is it also a global? It's a global theory, okay? And does it have to do with immigrants? Okay, then I know what you're talking about. So the Great Replacement theory is basically that immigrants are there's some kind of massive conspiracy to replace white people with immigrants at every level. Like, my question is, then where do the white people go? Like, what? Okay, like if immigrants are taking all the jobs, does that mean white people at that point just won't work? But will they still be getting benefits? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound that bad. White people just kicking back and getting benefits while all the people of color work? Dude, sounds like plantation times all over. Actually, I was in London last night, and slavery came up as a topic, and a woman in the crowd was like, "Well, you know, we ended ours first." I was like, "Yeah, you also started it first. Don't play that play that game with me." That's like if you give me syphilis, and then I'm out there giving other people syphilis, and you take the medication first. You're like, "Well, I cured myself first." Like, you gave me syphilis, and we're both still assholes who gave people syphilis. It's a great analogy. But yeah, the Great Replacement theory, it's interesting. It's interesting that we're worried about that more than AI. You know what I mean? Because that's, for people of color who are, currently taking jobs of white people, we're worried about AI coming and taking them. So it's like, grass is always greener on the other side. I wish I was white and worried about actual people taking my job. We got to worry about robots. And then the AI, what are they worried about? You know what I mean? They're worried about newer additions taking their job. They're worried about software updates. That's all we are to these white people, the software update. Like, listen, I like to have sympathy for people, and if you're white and you're, worried that someone's going to take your job, it doesn't make sense to me that you would be worried that they're going to take your job because they're from another culture, in as much as they're going to take your job because they're going to work harder at it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Great Replacement theory makes sense if you're worried about people replacing you who are going to work harder. At that point, you just work harder than the people who you're worried about replacing you. And that's why with AI, it's f***ing hopeless, because AI can work infinitely faster than all of us. So really, at the end of the day, that's when I think all these race wars are going to end, when the robots come. When the robots come and we have to fight for our lives. Fuck that. It's not, are you white, black, or brown? It's like, it's either us or the robots. I already know the end. I know who wins. It's the robots. So, enjoy these race wars while you can. These are the fucking. We're gonna look back on this one day when our organs are being harvested in the metaverse. Okay, we're gonna look back on this and be like, man, I miss race wars, dude. What else?
Being an ethnic minority in a Western country.
Being an ethnic minority in a Western country. Replace it. Didn't we just talk about that? Being ethnic minority. I mean, yeah. In the United States, we're always like, our Republican politicians are always like, look what's happening in Europe. Look what's happening in Europe. They're gonna do it here. Like, what's happening in Europe? Like, they're baking a lot of baked goods. Is there any country in Europe that actually has a substantial, very significant rise in an ethnic minorities population? And I mean, I'm talking 5 to 10 percentage points. France. Okay. So, and who is it? Algerians. Oh, what a surprise. It's literally just like Britain complaining about Indian and Pakistani people. It's like, what the f*** did you expect? You literally took fleets of ships over to a part of the world that was not near yours. You put your flag down, you colonized, you said, our objective is to exploit the resources and get these people to act as much as possible like us. Flash forward, they show back up at your door, they're like, we're back! What the did you expect? You taught them how to be you. Of course they're gonna come back to your house and be like, hey, I'm ready. Great, so Algerians taking over France. Sorry to say, I'm for that. I'm for that. I'm for that. I'm for that. All right, anything else?
Far-right leader compared to himself
Here in France?
Yeah. He was condemned to 4 million, to like stealing 4 million euros from the European Parliament.
Oh, wow.
And conference afterwards, after she was fined, and she said she was persecuted like Martin Luther.
Wow. Wow. You sure it was Martin Luther King and not just Martin Luther? So, okay, so far-right leader, what's the party called? One person. One person, please. What is it? National Rally? Okay, the national, and then there's an abbreviation for it? Okay. I'll let you do it. So there, and that is, as far as we know, well, it's maybe not the furthest of right parties, but it's the far right party that has the biggest backing, maybe, in France. She's actually a member of parliament.
Yes.
She's a member of parliament, and how many parliament members does this party hold seats? How many parliament members do you have total? 500, and then how many does this far right party have seats? Like over 200? Over 100. 100. 1 out of 5. I'll tell you what, when a far right party holds 1 out of 5 of your seats, it ain't that far right, okay? It's pretty, your country's kind of averaging to that. Sorry to break it to you. How many other major parties are there? 3. It's complicated, but if we're talking about parliamentary seats, who has the most seats?
Nobody.
Okay, guys. Let's act like adults here, okay? I can count, okay? Unless they all have an equal number of seats, one motherfucker has more seats, okay? That's how numbers work, all right? Sorry to break it to you. You can't just write off your politics. Well, they all have the seats. They all have... Well, nobody has them. I don't know. I can't count. There's so many. There's so many seats. Which one?
The group who had the more seats at the last election, they weren't called for the government. That's the problem in France for 1 year.
Macron did a coup.
A coup d'etat. And I'm assuming it works. So the majority, the party that has the majority seats, they are basically in charge, right? No. Like, not so fast, American. You do not understand us. You need an absolute majority. And so because there is no that right now, it's just free for all. You're like, we have no government right now. And that's what? Oh, so for the first time, your president is ignoring the results of an election. Yeah, sounds very familiar, yeah. That's been like the last 3 elections in my country. You're saying technically there's no majority party right now, there's no party in charge, but theoretically one of them has the most seats. I would just like to know which one that is. That's all. I'm really not trying to bug you guys all night about this. I would just like to know who numerically. It's the far right one? No. Somebody had. It's a coalition, so there's several parties within the. Okay. I see the technicality that we're hung up on. Okay. So let's start by counting coalitions as a unit. Okay. So the coalition of the left has the most seats, but Macron, he what? He refused to give them the ministry. Why is that? Because he what? He can't. He can't legally, or he can. He can legally, but he refuses to because he's busy. I have too many things going on. I can't choose one of you right now. Just do your thing. What? Yeah. He should have done it. Should have. That's a great standard to measure your leaders by. Should have. Very depressing. Okay. So, yes. He called for the election. And then the election happened. It didn't work out the way he wanted it to. So he's like, actually. So basically, your form of government right now is hold that thought. The left are pro-Palestine? The entire coalition? Okay, whoa, buddy. Whoa. We're not living in the dream world yet. So like the Liberal Party averages to like a liberal Zionist, right? Right, more or less. But within, there's a handful of left parties. How many? You say 4 or you say 1? There's 2. 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 4. I feel like we're on a recurring algorithm right here. 2, 2. So it's 4. It is 4. It's been. I see more 4s in the hand. So there is about 4 parties, and within that coalition, is there one of those parties that really is the majority? Yes. And which one is that? The which one? Elephant? Y'all are Republicans? What's that? Can you just give me letters to, yeah, what was that? The Greek letter phi. I'll work with that. So that's yours? L? LFI. Nailed it. LFI. LFI. They spelled life incorrectly. LFI. Okay, good. That's why I thought elephant. That makes sense. Okay, I'm not just hearing things. So LFI is it holds the majority of seats within this Democratic coalition. Approximately how many seats does LFI have? 80, which is still less than the far right party. Okay, and then outside of this left-turn coalition that has 4 parties within it, the majority having 80 seats, you have this far right party, and then what? And then Nepo Baby, is that the party's name? Are they just like really? Are they just really like on the nose about it? They're like, we're Nepo Babies, all of us. Well, what? And that's it. There's like the right, the center right, and how many seats do they have? About the same as the far right. Somebody look it up, dude. I've been up here asking the same question for 20 minutes. Just pull out Google and give me a numerical answer. It's about what? About similar. Oh, okay. So the biggest party within the center-right coalition also has about 80, but the center-right coalition has 100. Oh, it has 80. Oh, okay. So literally, it sounds like the singular party with the most seats is the far-right party. And so the leader of this far-right party got caught stealing, embezzling money from Parliament, from the European Parliament. Well, I'm for that. But stealing, basically embezzling money from the European Parliament, and got called out for it. 4 million? That's not that much. 4 million. Yeah. So 4 million euros, right? And basically got called out for it. She's convicted, like actually of crime. And she's banned from running for president for 5 years. Wow. The great replacement theory is real. But what? MLK, so, and Martin Luther King Jr., right? The same one that I'm familiar with, right? She said, wow, convicting me for taking this money from the European Union?
No, she said that it's a coup from the left, and that the justice system in France is from the left, and then they are like stopping her from
Yeah. And she said, is she denying that she did this, or is she? Oh, she's saying, she's like, I never seen that money. They're saying no. Is she denying or is she not denying? She's saying I maybe saw the money. Maybe I took so what? Maybe I took the 4 million. Okay. She's like, maybe I took the 4 million, but you know what? I have a dream. I have a dream that French Parliament members will not be judged by the name of their political party, but by the number of seats they hold in Parliament. Better keep away from a window, for a balcony. All right, so that happened. What else? Yes, you have a question, yes.
You mentioned Michael Moore, but you didn't mention...
I mentioned Michael Moore? Oh, Macklemore. It's like, I did not bring up the director, Michael Moore, once during this entire show. I like what he says, but I did not bring him up. Okay, Michael Moore. But not DJ Khaled. Yeah, I wonder why I did that. She's like, you did not give credit to the great DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, he's not even worth bringing up anymore. Dude he's Palestinian by blood, and literally has mentioned it maybe a couple times in his career, but since the genocide of these last few years, not one statement. He even appeared on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and they brought out maklouba, famous Palestinian dish, and they're like, oh, we brought your favorite dish. He's like, oh, maklouba. They're like, what is it called? He's like, maklouba. Didn't even mention that it was Palestinian. And then they just watched him devour it right there. He's like, oh, maklouba. And it was just so stupid. And like for a while, he had to disable comments on his Instagram because everybody was so pissed at him. Like he would just post a video of him eating in front of his kids, and people would just comment, you fat talk about Palestine. Like it was really bad. But anybody, people should just know we've disowned them, and there will not be another one. Okay? Anything else?
One more for the road. How badass our Yemeni brothers are.
Yeah. You know what? Not even one more for the road, one more for the seas, my friend. Okay. That was really good. One more for the seas, okay? The boat, one more for the boat. Yeah, well, really? If I said boat, it would have made more sense to you. One more for the road. The road is the thing the car drives on. Okay, one more for the seas, where the ships sail on the Red Sea. Do I really have to explain the joke? I'm gonna have to record this, put it on YouTube, explain it to TSA next week. What the What's that? Yes. Yeah. Oh, Macron? He's recognizing Palestine, but not his own government. I mean, if it works, it works. That's how much in political gridlock he is. And he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to recognize Palestine. Because she got convicted? Oh, he can't. He has to distance himself from them. So now he's like Mr. Free Palestine. Wow. Yeah, what language? He's like, you know what? I could He's like, if I could, maybe I could recognize Palestine. Well, not surprising. But Macron, how long is he in power for, technically? So forever, basically. What party is he part of? No party. He's in no party. He's not fun. Nobody invites him to parties. He's not party animal at all. He's the center right. Well, that's kind of what he favors, right? He's the right. But he created his own party for himself. Macron, party of one. He what?
His party had the same initials as his own name.
Oh, really? EM? Huh. So that's funny, because his party's name is EM, and that's kind of what he does to stall when he can't make a decision. He's like, I could recognize Palestine. All right, one last one, because I can sense people are getting. The fall of capitalism. Well. You really saved the best for last, didn't you? What a great way to end the show, too. Now, we've had fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but as we know, all good things come to an end. Do you think it's inevitable? Do you think that we're falling deep into the dark abyss of inshallah? Inshallah. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like oligarchy. Okay? I don't like oligarchy. I don't like big business, big corporations interfering with government. Unfortunately, that is the world that we live in. One of my favorite books of all time is Plato's Republic. And Plato's Republic talks about the ideal society and what the ideal society is. And basically, Socrates says that in the ideal society, you have like this society that's completely like walled off from the rest of the world. You got to build a wall around it. You got to have guards making sure people don't come in. That's what they're trying to do in the United States. And but in that ideal society, everybody has to have a specific job, and you can't meddle in each other's businesses. And also, there can't be artists because art mimics life and it makes people sad. So you can't do that. So that place sounds like it f***ing sucks. Okay? But he says one day there may eventually be the ideal society, or maybe it existed a long time ago, and then it will eventually decay slowly into lesser forms of government. And the first level of decay is, I believe, called timocracy, which is where they're obsessed with victory and winning wars. I think we're kind of there too. And then that decays into oligarchy. So like, oligarchy is also very much where I feel like a lot of the world is. And then he says oligarchy decays into democracy. So democracy is even worse than all of these. And then he says from there you go to tyranny. The cool thing about Trump is he took us from 5 to 1, like in the first, just like within a month. It was really, really awesome. But when it comes to capitalism versus socialism, I'll ask an honest question, okay? Who in this room identifies, like, firmly as a socialist? Okay, great. That is about 25 people in a room full of 300, okay? Now, notice this difference when I ask this question. Who here firmly identifies as capitalist? One person, okay. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. See, it's very rare that people are willing to admit this. I hate to fucking break it to you, we're all capitalist pigs, okay? We live in a fucking capitalist society, and unfortunately, we do actually consume things that are products of capitalism. Doesn't mean that you have to support the ideal of it, you have to support it to the fullest extent. However, we are living in a capitalist society, and we're also getting the pros and cons of it, whatever. I've never personally lived in a socialist government. I don't know what it's like. I've heard stories of it working, I've heard stories of it not. But I do know that the capitalist system that we live in currently, with the emphasis on oligarchy, billionaires interfering with our government, and all of the horrible that comes with the product of capitalism, like exploiting the resources of other parts of the world, genocide, ethnic cleansing, land theft. For all that reason, this particular form of capitalism that we have is not sustainable, and I agree with you that it is rapidly falling apart. I believe the Western Empire is crumbling. I believe that soon enough, the Great Replacement will happen. But I don't know what form of economy or what form of, society will replace it. I don't know. Depends on how you define it. Absolutely. It's all about definitions. Right. End of the day, most people are going to want some kind of private property. Like if I run up and take your sandwich, you're going to be like, that's my sandwich, Unless you preemptively cut the sandwich in two. And then now we both have a sandwich. So, yeah, how small do you want your sandwiches? I think that's the big question. How small do you want your sandwiches? So that's your homework. I want you guys to think about that. So yeah, fall of capitalism, I don't know. I guess it is happening, but I don't know if it's the fall of capitalism in general or just this particular form of capitalism that we have. I know that it is not sustainable. But I will say, keep buying tickets to my shows because those are not going to be free. You understand me? Okay? But I love the concept of socialism. I love the ideals, and I love socialists. Socialists come to my shows. They always give me a pamphlet. They're like, check it out. It's good. Read it. I'm like, trust me, I've read it before. They're like, no, this one's different. I'm like, no, they're all the same. Socialism. And I always have the conversation with my socialist friends and comrades, if you will. I always have the conversation because I like to hear what they say. And I never want to alienate anybody who has a specific point of view. So really, I treat my socialist fans the same way like I do my gay fans. Like, I let them think that I could be so they keep showing up.